or him as a person,
Like I
so they
told
can
you
get to
that
know.
he said he had a lot of children, so we could, he was very particular about his kids.
I'd say,
We couldn't do no wrong.
personally, Dad was a man, like Sister, he loved the family and he loved the church. And
And
he
loved
was a
his
cook,
wife.
and he loved mother. He loved to cook. That was his, actually, professional was a cook. He retired as a cook. So, and, oh boy, you talking about missing some waffles and biscuits and Christmas dinner, and he could lay Christmas dinner out like you think you was at a hotel. He would make the biscuits dough that night and put some yeast in it, and you could see the biscuits rising, and, you know, when the biscuit dough rised, he would get up and make his dressing and do all that. But he always said this, and I'm through. If y'all don't clean the kitchen, I won't cook.
Tell me some questions also. I know I'm gonna let y'all go. What city was Pastor Passmore born in? Where was he from?
And what were you gonna say about your mom, about his wife?
His wife. Yeah, let's get a little bit more of his wife. Yeah,
Oh, he loved mother.
Oh, my mother was everything to him. He
What was her
loved
name?
her.
Her name was Florence.
Florence. She would get on him, but he would never say a word. Like Ronnie said, he'd go outside and sit up under the chinaberry tree. Because she had the kids, she would take care of the children, but, you know, she thought he should, well, you know, everybody have their own views, and they would give her daddy money, and it was a bunch of us, sure. But I guess back then it didn't take a whole lot. I don't know, because, like I said, I was small, but he would give the money back. And Mama would get so upset, because Daddy would take the pastor's aid money and give it back to the church. He never took a dime from the church. That wasn't his, you know, calling to take. He didn't want it. He just never did. And but my mother was my mother could pray. She was a praying woman. She wasn't a singer, but she was a praying. Like anybody you know, yeah, and a talker. She could get up and talk, and she could pray. And you know, and then she would get Sister Mac and them, and they all come in and they'll have mission. Oh man, that building would be on fire. I tell you. So she really was a pastor's wife, and but she just didn't go along with a lot of stuff. Like Daddy was easy. He didn't argue. Like Ronnie said, what I guess he just said what I'll have last. He just had, it was something about him. He was just a different man than men that I see, you know. He was just different. It was something different about you could look at him and you could see he was just I don't know what he was. He's just a different man. He was just God sent. He was just.
I think he was born in Missouri, right? Was that, is it Missouri he's from?
He's from Georgia.
Okay, but he was raised in Missouri,
He was
wasn't he?
raised in Missouri.
Okay, he was born in Georgia. And
But he had an accent. It was strange.
for us, this is personal. Now, on my father's side, I don't know nobody. We don't know nobody.
We don't know not a brother. And he had.
Not an uncle, an aunt, a cousin.
I think
I
he
know
had
since
12.
Facebook, now they always talking about we related, but to ask daddy,
He had 12 brothers and sisters.
only thing, we was at a barber shop, Inman Barber Shop. I don't know if you know where Inman, that was out from Hackberry then. John Inman Barber Shop. But John Inman knew him. And he said, well, we was in the bar, he said, well, Pastor Mo, why you didn't talk to your brother when he was here? He's John Inman. Don't never ask me that no more. And no more.
You never heard
And I, you know, I've been a kid. I didn't never have sense enough to say, well, Daddy, that was my uncle. You know, because you just didn't question Dad if he said it. You know, that was it. But
Mama would get mad at him and say he killed him.
you know, if when he wrote you off, you know what I'm saying? He was through. He was through. You know, there's been some preachers in the city that they just didn't associate when they seen him going in the opposite direction that he would wanted to go, and so, but no, personally, he was a good man, but he was a strict old man. You never played. I've never played. Always, as they say, life was serious. Because now I can see why life was serious now, because, of the age, that's what I'm saying. But personally, no, he was serious, and he didn't mind us laughing and playing to a certain degree. He was so strict in the home, I couldn't come out of my room in my t-shirt because I had sisters in the house. I had to come out fully dressed. One day we came out of, my brother and I, we came out of the house in our gym shorts. Woo-wee! That was a Saturday we'll never forget. You know how we were going to Jeff Davis then. They were red. That was a no-no. My wife and my daughters and my girls is in that house. You coming out of that room was disrespectful. That was, woo. No. And they didn't come out either. When we come out one other week, and when I got a job, I said, well, I always want the radio. They didn't get him about the radio. He liked the TV. So, a radio. I said, well, Dad, I got a radio. Well, we can listen to Kate. And he went off at 6 o'clock. We can listen to some gospel because it just came on 1 hour, but I want to listen to more than the gospel. He said, how many did you get, Ronnie? Well, you just got one. What's going to happen in the boys' room? He said, if you don't put one in the girls' room, it don't come in my house. So he was a family man, and he was strict. That was in the home. That's personal. And it was a Bob Lee food market right here on Risby. They would call, and they was when we come by school, get out of school, pistol. He said, your daddy said bring some bread and milk home and just sign it, and he'll pay us on the 1st. Many days I stopped by Pierce after school and pick up to food home, just on the word. His word. His word. On the 1st, like on the 1st, and if we were down there, he'd buy all the groceries, then they could bring us home in the car. Bob Lee would take the station wagon and bring us home. I think that's why Bob Lee bought the station wagon. The foot up to bring Daddy home with the food and pick us up from school. But anyway.
Now, let me ask you this. I know we got to go, but I'm trying to get as much as I can.
We'll come again.
What churches were around here? Like, what churches were around San Antonio that we knew of when Tremont was started?
Yeah, and what was the east side like?
What was the east side like as far as churches?
Wheatley Heights.
Wheatley Heights, it was Reverend Cunningham then.
Reverend Cunningham.
St. Joseph, it was Reverend Harvey. I don't know if you can remember Reverend Harvey. You know what St. Joseph at right now? It was the Reverend Harvey. And Reverend Harvey was there. And Reverend Harvey, every year he said he wanted them to vote him in. Everybody got voted in. All election, when you have an election for it. So that year, Reverend Harvey said he told them, all right, y'all didn't vote everybody except a pastor. They said, okay, Reverend Harvey, since you said we didn't vote you in, you don't have a church. So Dad always say, you don't vote no pastor in every year. So it was St. Joseph. It was True Gospel.
Yeah, True Gospel.
Real Man.